guys, welcome back. Today I am here with my Project Use It Up Wax Fall Edition. This is some fall scents I want to use up because I don't want to hold on to them for a year. They are either on the older side, the date is unknown because I got them in D-stashes, or they're ones I'm not sure if they would hold on for another year and I don't want to waste them, or they're like half scent shots or whatever, or samples that I just don't feel the need to hold on to. So I'm gonna jump right in. The first thing that I have is a Blank Label Monster Mash Munch. I do not know the scent description for this. I bought this in a D-stash about a week ago. I know it's got like a caramel apple is what it smells like to note. So to me it's fall. I'm going to cut each one of these shapes in half, put it in my warmer over the next one. Oh, my timeline for this is today is November 10th. I plan to have all of this gone by December 10th, which will give me a month. And then I am slowly, as I use these up, I'm going to focus for the next 2 weeks on using the majority of these up. So I probably will be finished by the 1st, but I want to give myself to the 10th just in case. That said, once I am done with the majority, if not all, of what's in this box, I'm going to be transitioning into winter. I have some bakery blends. I have some, a lot of peppermint. I have a lot of peppermint. I have obtained a ton. I'm very pepperminty in the winter. Peppermint, like Badger State Cocoa from Rose Girls and Frozen Hot Chocolate from Vintage Chic Scents are two you're going to see a lot over winter. And I'm also going to buy some mini melters in this sense to make Badger State Cocoa, because I have a chunk bag of Badger State Cocoa Peeps cake, and so I'm gonna buy the mini melters to make up more Badger State Cocoa because I know I'll be melting it. So anyways, I'm gonna give you a backstory now because I've tried to record this 5 times and I keep stumbling over my damn words. So for Thanksgiving, we actually are going to be going out to eat. We alternate every year. It just depends on what we feel like doing. Usually it's either Christmas or Thanksgiving. We go to Golden Corral and then we eat at home and I cook a big meal the other one. My husband's birthday is on Thanksgiving this year, so we have decided to do Golden Corral on Thanksgiving and then I'll cook for Christmas. It's just us and my mom, and I don't know what, I mean, my mom now has a boyfriend, so they may be doing stuff with his family. I don't know. So, it may be just the 4 of us. My husband's not a big turkey or ham person, and my kids don't like 2/3 of the sides. Like my son will eat mashed potato and stuffing, and that's it. And my daughter won't eat any of it. She is just so picky, and she thinks everything's just disgusting. And so Golden Corral for us is a lot stress-free. It's not overly cheap. It costs about $50 for the 4 of us because it is more expensive being a holiday meal. But we can, like my daughter can get a plate full of fruit, which is her favorite, and my son can get whatever he wants, and then my husband can get whatever he wants, and I can get whatever I want. I don't have to worry about dishes. I don't have to worry about cooking for several hours. So it's a lot easier. That, and my son has special needs. He is 12, but cognitive abilities, he's between 4 and 5. So he's 12, but he doesn't act 12. He acts 4 or 5. And so he is very clingy, which I love when he's home, but not when I'm trying to cook. And so Christmas, usually what we do, I don't know, now that my mom has a boyfriend, who knows what we're going to do. Usually on Christmas morning, we are here and we open presents, and we go to her house and open presents, and then when we've eaten home on Christmas, she keeps the kids and I come home and cook, so that way I can cook kid-free, and then she brings them over and we all eat. But I don't know what's going to happen this year. So yeah, so I'm only mentioning this because I have a few things I'm going to be melting around Thanksgiving, but I'm not going to be home, so I don't know if I'm going to do them on Thanksgiving, if that makes any sense. These 2 are my Thanksgiving melts, and it's pumpkin pie and cranberry sauce from Dessa's. I got these as samples in my last order. I figured they were perfect for Thanksgiving, and I got these with the mindset I was going to be home and cooking on Thanksgiving, but now that we're going to be going out, I'll probably melt them when we get back. I do leave my warmers going when we're not home, but I probably won't change my wax out until we get home, because we usually go for like lunch, because I don't like to, I don't know about anybody else, I don't like to go to a buffet for supper, because then it sits there all night and I get like, I feel heavy, whereas if we eat it for lunch, then it has time to settle before bed. So anyways, so these are going to be my Thanksgiving melts. I will put other things in because of course I have 6 warmers and this is 2 melts. But those are my Thanksgiving melts. I've been holding on to those since July because I knew I want them for Thanksgiving. Next is Pumpkin Pecan Waffle, and this one is from Wilma's, which is now That Smell Good shop. This is one I will be doing throughout this month because to me, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles has always been like a November melt. I don't know why. I mean, it's fall in general, but it's, yeah, it screams November to me. Vanilla Pumpkin from Can Do Candles. This one, and see, she had her scent list up. I don't know if it was all year long, but I got these in July. So I'm going to do that next year. I'm going to plan on about June or July, stocking up on the majority of my fall scents, so I'm not holding on to too much for a year. Like I said, some VCS and Rose Girls I'll hold on to, but I don't need to hold on to bins and bins of fall. Oops. And also from Can Do Candles, Pumpkin Bread Pudding. I hope she reopens the first of the year. She put a note on her website. She was closing until next year. I'm hoping she reopens. I will cry if Donna does not come back. Next is Autumn in Salem from VCS. The only reason why I'm going to melt this is because it's only half, and I do not like to put away and store half scent shots. I could because it's just been poured a few months ago, but I'm going to finish it up. I have a whole bunch of sugar and spice. Ghost Munch Cookie Butter Crack. This, just the word Ghost Munch reminds me of fall and like, you know, Halloween time. So I'm going to finish that. I also have regular Ghost Munch, and this is only half, so I'm going to finish that. Leaves type, that's pure fall. And yeah, I mean, it's apple and it smells like apple cider to me. But I love Leaves. One of my favorite. Pumpkins in the Fire. This is Pumpkins and Marshmallow Fireside or Bonfire Bliss. I can't remember. All I know is I like it. It's pumpkins and smoky and beautiful. Next is Pumpkin Pecan Waffle type. So I'm gonna probably melt that around the same time I melt that. And then Blue Ribbon Ghost Munch Cookies. And again, Ghost Munch. I think that's it for sugar and spice. Then I have a bunch of others. I have Pumpkin Creme Brulee from Beezy's. This I received as a freebie in a RAOK I just received. I'm going to use it just because I don't know how old it is and I don't want to hold on to it for another year. Next is Pumpkin Crunch Cake Coconut Nibbles Cream Cheese Frosting from Kimmery Ann's. Her Parasoy is very good but very messy, and I've heard Parasoy as a rule does not hold as well for a year, so I don't want to hold on to that for a year. This is something I'll probably melt closer to the end of the month because it reminds me just of baking, and so I do a lot of baking around the end of November, so I'm going to hold on to that for then. Cider Lane Cinnamon Sugar Donuts and Vanilla Bean Noel types from Kimmery Ann's. This one I had mixed feelings on holding on to versus melting. Cinnamon Sugar Donuts and Vanilla Bean Noel I will melt in fall and winter, but Cider Lane, just with the apple, is pure fall for me. And so I did decide I'm going to finish it up. This one I may stretch into December, but it won't be by much. Pumpkin Sugar Donuts from Rockets. This I received as a freebie in a D-stash earlier in the year. Probably late winter, early spring. I bought a lot of mixed vendor D-stashes back in like January, February, March because I was very new to vendor wax, did not know what I liked, and everybody said go buy D-stashes because it's easier instead of spending a bunch of money, and this I know was in one of those. And so I'm going to finish that up because it is a year old. And Pumpkin Cream Puffs from Wilma's. I really enjoyed this scent. This is one I will pick up next year. Dancing Leaves from Barrett Wax Crafts. There's only 4 pieces left. And it is a leaves dupe from Bath & Body Works. It smells very similar to the Sugar and Spice leaves. White Zombie from VCS. There's one piece left, so I'm definitely finishing that up. American Home by Yankee Candle Fall Morning. I've never melted Yankee Candle wax cubes before, so I've had zero luck with candles. I have given up on Yankee Candle candles, and it's sad because my husband used to work. We lived in Massachusetts before we moved to Tennessee, and I grew up in Florida, so I'm Southern as the day is long, but my husband is, my mom was from Massachusetts, and we moved there when I was 16 from Florida. And my husband, we lived right next to the, we lived like 20 minutes from the flagship store in Deerfield, Massachusetts, and the production plant is there. And my husband was a temp for a year at there. And I mean, he would come home and his hat and his wallet in his truck were super strong because he was working right there with the wax or the candles and wax. And we used to get such a good throw from them. I don't get a throw from the candles anymore. So I'm going to try these. This, I'm going to smell it because I've smelled so much I forgot. Yeah, this has like a crisp, cold note to it, like it's gotten cold out. It looks like the picture. It's gotten cold out, and it's like a menthol or eucalyptus note. I want to finish this Tuscany Candle Creamy Pumpkin Frosting. This is one I'll probably do around Thanksgiving as well because it's like a pumpkin bakery. I got this at Kroger, and I did not get a very, good throw out of it. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. And I was so sad because I went to Kroger. If any of y'all were at the Maryville, Tennessee Kroger and you saw a woman crying in the Christmas holiday, it was me. I didn't cry. I came close, though. They did not bring back my peppermint eggnog, the Tuscany peppermint eggnog I stocked up on last year. It did not come back. They have a peppermint meringue, and it does not smell nearly as good. So I almost cried. I'm so sorry. I almost cried. So I'm going to finish this up because I don't like to hold on to partial clamshells. I'm going to finish this Honeycrisp cider. This is one I'm going to melt probably in the evenings. My husband drinks a lot of apple cider, like hot apple cider when it's cold out, and there's 5 cubes left of this. I do have a full one I'm saving for next year just in case I don't bring it back because I really do like that. I'm going to melt this pumpkin marshmallow cream. It's a full clam, but I have 4 more, so I'm trying to get through some of these. I already melted one this fall. Mainstays pecan pumpkin cake. I'm going to melt this around the same time I do all the pumpkin pecan waffles. It is full. I have like 2 more. They seem to bring this back every year, so I'm not really too worried about hoarding it. Pumpkin berry tart. This is another one I'm going to save for about the end of the month. Just the picture reminds me of Thanksgiving because those look like baby pumpkin pies. And I have another full, this is full, and I have another full one I'm saving for next year, but I do want to melt this to see if I even like it. And I'm going to finish this pumpkin maple syrup. This is one I think I'll put on a weekend morning. It just reminds me, like, pancakes remind me of weekend mornings. We don't usually do those kind of meals, during the week because my husband has to go to work and he leaves at 5:30 in the morning because he has to be at work for 6. And so this just reminds me of a weekend. And so these I will probably melt throughout the weekends of the rest of this month. And last but definitely not least is a pumpkin fluff from Wilma's. I received this also in that RAOK with the BZs, and I just don't know how old it is, so I just want to use them up. I know Wilma's is cured fairly quickly, if not when you get it, so I'm good on finishing these up. So again, there's not much. There's a couple more apple scents, but I'm not too eager to finish them. I may do them throughout, the next couple months. They're like, one is a Mac Apple Marshmallow Fireside and one is a Mac Apple Salty Sea Air. And so I'm cool with, holding on to them and melting them through the winter. So these are the remaining pumpkin-ish scents that I'm going to go through. I do have a bunch of clams of fall Walmart clams that I'm going to finish up, or that I'm going to hold on until next year. I know they are usually good for a couple years, if not longer, so I'm okay with holding on to them just in case they don't bring them back. I don't have any desire to buy anymore, except for a couple of the ones that I will melt in the winter. That Comfy and Cozy and the Around the Campfire, those I will melt through the winter as well. So I'm going to pick up some more of those. And I'm testing this week those other 3 winter ones. I've done the Marshmallow Candy Cane, and it's not very strong. I'm going to try it in a different warmer, but I have 3 clams, so I may not get more if it's not that strong. And then I have 2 more I want to try before I buy more. So I'm slowly trying to figure out what I want for winter and what I don't want. The good thing about all this is now I know what I like and what I don't like. So next year when fall's approaching, I can say, no, I'm good on that. Or yes, I want that. So at least I'm learning. I know everybody has to learn. So it is what it is. So anyways, I hope y'all had a great day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.